The campaign to repeal the state's controversial higher education bill plans to submit the 250,000 signatures needed to put this issue on the November ballot this week. Senate Bill 1 will go into effect on Friday, prohibiting faculty strikes and more oversight of universities when it comes to what they're teaching students. The YSU branch of the Ohio Education Association is leading this effort, and its president, Mark Vopat, joins me now. Mark, first of all, how has the canvassing effort to gather enough signatures gone, and do you believe you're going to have enough to move forward when you submit them this week?
I do, and the signature collection has gone, I mean, it's been phenomenal. We've had over 1,600 individual volunteers and about 35 organizations who have been helping us collect them all across the state. In particular, the last two weekends really have been also very productive with the No Kings events and the Pride events and a number of community events that were going on. So we've had people across the state collecting petitions. I think we're going to hit the number.
Now, YSU OEA is leading this effort, but are there other faculty unions helping you organize to repeal the bill, or are they signing the petition? How are they involved?
Yeah, we started it through the YSU OEA. We actually have sort of branched off and made it an independent effort. But the other unions at the very beginning, we reached out to all of our other public universities in Ohio, and all of them have participated. So we were endorsed. The referendum itself was endorsed by a number of unions across the state from higher ed. And then those individual members have been out collecting signatures for us as well.
Now, among the changes that I mentioned, this new law will require colleges and universities to evaluate faculty members. The questionnaire that they create must ask if the faculty member has a classroom that's free of political, racial, gender, or religious bias. We've reported on the national debate over this issue and the statewide debate. So curious, why is the faculty and your supporters against the language that addresses that and other issues in the bill?
Well, part of it is not, look, faculty have been evaluated for years. This is nothing new. And students have been free also to put their own comments anonymously in faculty evaluation. So it really goes beyond this particular evaluation. What it really goes, the heart of this is the prohibitions on diversity, equity, and inclusion. The erasing essentially of tenure in Ohio, making it a board of trustee policy, getting rid of faculty's right to strike, getting rid of scholarships for women, minorities, and others as part of the DEI ban in schools. The state overreach in the classroom, right? The actual mandating for the first time ever a particular class with content coming from the state. So I think there's a lot more in the bill than a question on a student survey. You know, we have those already, and students are free to comment on that already. So, and one, I don't think there's been an actual problem of openness in the classroom anyway.
Who's supposed to provide oversight if the bill is, left into effect at the state level? Is it clear how the faculty and some of the changes at the university that are mandated would be monitored?
We are uncertain how that is. There has been some guidance given from the state. They have set up a website for specifically for SB1 to let schools know some of the things that they should be doing or some of the procedures. We actually don't know how it's going to sort of manifest itself on campus and how it's going to be tracked on campus yet.
Now, if your initiative makes it to the ballot, real quick, how much statewide support do you expect from the voters?
I think if this makes it to the ballot, that the voters will actually reject this. I think that there is enough in this bill for people not to like, or I guess technically law for people not to like. I think this affects conservative as well as liberal professors. So if you're thinking it's a liberal conservative thing, I think once people see the actual content of the bill, see what things it bans and prohibits across the state or universities, that I think the majority of people are going to say this is not good for higher ed in Ohio.
All right, a busy week for your campaign. Thank you so much for taking time to join us here on 21 News at 5.
No problem. Thanks for having me.